Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sohum Reactions. Peace, love, and positivity to you. Today's request comes from Adam, who is introducing me and the channel to the artist Jewel. Thank you very much, Adam. Apparently, Jewel is based out of rural Alaska, and I, for one, can't name a single artist who I'm aware of that's from Alaska, and I've never been there, so my assumption of Alaska at this point is that it is a desolate wasteland of very cold environments, extremely low population density. I always think of that movie, I think it's The Fourth Kind, which is a horror movie in case you're wondering. Alaska is a place that I would love to go to, and I've also heard that in some places in Alaska, there is daylight for 21 hours of the day. So naturally, someone like Jewel is going to be playing country from Alaska. I don't know for real if she's a country singer. I quickly scanned her Wikipedia page and it says pop, country, and folk. And honestly, who cares about genre labels these days? But if we're getting country, I would not have it on my bingo card to listen to an Alaskan singer who sings country. That just doesn't compute for me. I think of Bible Belt anytime I think of country. Kind of reminds me loosely of Colter Wall. If you guys know him, he's a Canadian singer-songwriter who also opts for some country in his discography. I actually did a few reactions to him a long while ago. Worth checking him out. But I digress. Super excited to check out Jewel today. Before we do though, once again, a massive thank you to Adam for the request. Now, my friends, let's jump into it. This is You Were Meant for Me. 2 chairs.
I hear the clock, it's 6 a.m. I feel so far from where I've been. I got my eggs and my pancakes too. Got the maple syrup, everything but you.
Oh, that's sweet.
I break the
Where's the black coffee?
I
always stay strapped.
I kinda like it in my brand new place. I
spill it.
wipe the spots up over me. Don't leave the keys in the door. I never put wet towels on the floor anymore, 'cause dreams last for so long.
Whoa.
Even after you're gone.
Oh, I like the simplicity in this melody.
You love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you.
Oh, there's a gentleness in the vocals that I really appreciate.
I called my mom and she
And some natural harmonics too in the acoustic. Listen for that. Oh, and then the drop back into the verse. Very pleasant so far.
But it didn't want to talk, so I picked up the paper. It was more bad news.
I love the description there. Consoled a cup of coffee. I think the relationship I have with my coffee is that it consoles me, but again, I digress.
Talk, so I picked up the paper. It was more bad news. More hearts being broken, more people being used. Put on my coat in the pouring rain. I saw
Oh, that is trippy.
it just wasn't the same.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen the VHS horror movies. I think in the second or third movie, there is a scene where they're in this abandoned haunted house thing. The guy enters the room, and all of a sudden, from all 6 faces of the room that he's in, arms start reaching out, and it's the most trippy, scary thing ever. It's like kind of this video with one arm, but make it like thousands.
I saw a movie, it just wasn't the same, 'cause it was happy or I was sad, and it made me miss you. Oh, so bad, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone.
Oh, good vibrato.
You love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you.
Oh, now she wears his shoes.
I go about my business, doing
It's like
by
the
my side.
classic example of empathy. Can you walk a mile in someone else's
Same old
shoes?
story, not much to say. Hearts are broken every day.
I really like this song. It is simple overall, but it really hits. It touches on all of the feeling of heartbreak, longing, the denial.
When I leave the light on, I pick up a cup and turn the sheets down and take a deep breath and a good look around.
Oh, yeah.
Put on my PJs and hop into bed. I'm half alive.
What did that say on her back?
Put on my PJs and
He said, I feel like home to him. I appreciate the sentiment. I don't know why it's tattooed into her back, though.
hop into bed.
I guess people have had crazier
I'm half
tattoos.
alive, but I feel mostly dead. I try and tell myself it'll be alright.
You guys think I could rock tattoos?
Shouldn't think.
It's on my bucket list to do a sleeve.
Dreams last for so long, even after you're gone.
The vibrato on Gone is perfect.
You love me, and soon I know you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, you were meant for me, and I was meant for you.
Oh, the slow down. Oh, and it's one chair at the end. See, I was thinking there was something up with the 2-chair, 1-chair thing. If there is a deeper meaning to this song or some external context that would help make this make more sense, please let me know. Because the way I take it right now is kind of like this post-breakup kind of a song where all of the kind of daily activities that you used to share with that special someone you no longer, and so all of those similar moments are now so different because you feel the absence. You feel that empty chair at the dining table. Now you only need to cook for one. Now you don't have to like wait on somebody else's timetable. Now life is just different because you are by yourself and all you have are the thoughts and memories of what came before. Obviously, relationships and breakups are all very complicated and grief is a very up and down road, but I really appreciate, and I'll say it again, I really appreciate the simplicity in the melody and the delicateness in Jewel's vocals. It really just, it's a super straight up song to me, and sometimes that's just all you need. A song that, to reference Van Morrison, doesn't pull any punches, gives you the beautiful melody on a silver platter and then sends you off your merry way. I feel like once I heard the first minute and a half, based on what we got up until the end, I pretty much understood the entirety of the song, but that didn't take away from the emotional impact that you still feel from the beginning to the end that just grows and grows and grows. And I like the visuals in this video that get you thinking about the story that's unfolding in Jewel's life, and it also gives us an opportunity as listeners to project our own experiences onto what we're hearing and seeing, thereby making this You Were Meant For Me song not only about Jewel's experience, but putting us in the shoes of, putting us in the position where many, well, how can I say it? Putting us in the position of reliving our own breakups. Yeah, beautiful track off rip. Let's see where we go from here. The next song is Who Will Save Your Soul? That's a bulky bass.
People living their lives for you on TV. They say they're
Is it
better than
bass?
you, and you agree. He says, hold my calls from behind those
guess it
cold
is.
glasses. Come here, boy. There ain't nothing.
Oh, here's
for
some of the
free.
country drawl coming out.
Another doctor's bill, a lawyer's bill, another cute cheap thrill. You know you love him if you put him in your will, but who will say?
Apparently, it's better to put people in a trust rather than a will. I don't know for real, but just putting it out there in case that's something on your docket.
If you put him in your will, but who will save your souls when it comes to the flowers now? Oh, save your soul.
Why does that remind me of Alice in Chains right there? The breathing.
And who will save your souls if you won't
Bit of a flip into the falsetto there. I'm reminded of Alanis Morissette as I hear this.
We try to hustle him, try to bustle him, try to cuss him. The cops want someone to bust down on Orleans Avenue. Another day, another dollar, another war, another tower went up where the homeless had their homes. So we prayed with many different gods as there are flowers, but we call religion our friend. We're so worried about us saving our souls, afraid that God will take his toll, that we forget to begin. But who will save your soul
That flip.
when it comes to the belly?
There is something unique about that flip that isn't just your standard, like passing through the passaggio. There's like a different voice that comes out. There's a bulkiness behind it.
Save your soul.
More like a yodel.
Who will save your soul when it comes to the bellies now?
More like a yodel, I think.
Oh, will save your souls after those lies that you told.
Lies. I love the
Who will
breathiness.
save your souls if you won't save your own?
I don't know what it is about the la-di-das there that are so breathy. They feel partially angsty, but almost like childish the way they come out. I don't know how to describe it. That is such an interesting style. Very like indie singer-songwriter. It's like a super breathy. That bass is of the earth, man.
Kid got social security, but it doesn't pay your bills. There are addictions to feed, and there are mouths to pay. So you
Addictions to
bargain
feed,
with
mouths
the
to
devil, but
pay.
you're okay for 2 days. Say that you love them, take their money and run. Say it's been swell, sweetheart, but it was just one of those things, those flings, those things you got to call. So get out on the streets, girls, and bust one butts. Who will save?
The sustain into the vibrato. She sings with so much soul.
Save your soul.
It's such a cool effect.
Who will save your soul if you won't save your own?
Oh, that's nice. Lyrics not necessary. I get it. I love it. Even without words, you can feel her emotion. That's what counts, man. That's what makes music a universal language. You don't always have to have the words, though they're nice. Sometimes you get to really latch onto them, but this song was like a healthy balance of the meaning and of just feeling out the song itself. And who will save your soul? To me, that's like that's a very profound question, because you can answer that question a number of ways. You can take it more down a religious path. I think the way that I immediately think of who will save your soul is who is going to keep you accountable. Because really, at the end of it all, you are your own adult with agency in this world. And the things that you choose to do are in your control and your control alone. Even if your actions have consequences that directly impact the circles around you, technically you can still do whatever you want without care for the others. Obviously, because we care about one another, we are going to consider how we impact the other, but at the end of it, you are the one responsible for how you choose to navigate this world. Additionally, I think of this song as a sort of slap on the wrist of modernity, and maybe just it's a consequence of the human condition in general, where we're all psychologically biased towards seeking solace in the external, but so very often when we look for fame and wealth and seeking others to soothe our emotions, it's really all just band-aid solutions. The issue is within. Our inner world is shakeable, and the external world is going to prey on that anxiety and have you look for the solution there when the solution was within you all along. And it is a kind of woo-woo thing to say, but that's something that I truly believe, is that to kind of reconcile with the moral grayness that lies within us all, we have to look that sort of inner shadow within ourselves in the eye with full confidence. In a weird sense, almost having to embrace that shadow, like the philosopher Carl Jung might say. If you can recognize that you are human, you are prone to err, but you're also prone to make major waves happen. You can affect so much change in this world, and my hope is that the change I'm affecting is positive. And I hope that if I positively impact you, you in turn are also positively impacting those around you. And you see how social media works as a beautiful tool for good if we allow it to be. But the point being, if we don't put that, let's say, responsibility on ourselves to be the better person day in, day out, well, it doesn't incentivize other people to do that same thing. In fact, if you're going to change this world, what did Gandhi say? You should be the change that you want to see in the world. So look yourself in the mirror, I think, first, and then we can start to address the external problems. And my contention has always been addressing the inner will always necessarily address the external. Beautiful song once again. I think this was more country than we had the first time around, and also a little bit more, I'd say, nuanced in the arranging. So let's see where we land with the final track of the day. This one is titled Foolish Games. I can tell you I already like the chord progression.
You took your coat off and stood in the rain.
Oh.
You were always crazy like that.
Dude, Adam, this is an amazing artist. I love her voice.
And I watched from my window. Always felt I was outside, looking in on you. You're always the mysterious one with dark eyes and careless hair. You were
Oh, the bass is that cherry on top right here. That was cool.
You stood in my doorway with nothing to say.
Oh,
Besides some comment on the weather.
a bit more conversational delivery there.
Well, in case you fail to notice, in case you fail to see, this is my heart bleeding before you. This is me down on my knees. These foolish games are tearing me apart.
Dude, I'm getting reminded of Kelly Clarkson right now.
And you're gone.
Cassidy Campbell as well, if you know her. Oh, this is so serene. I love the strings. What a melody.
You're always brilliant in the morning, and smoking your cigarettes and talking over coffee. Your philosophies on art baroque moved you. You loved Mozart, and you'd speak of your loved ones as I clumsily strummed my guitar. Well, excuse me, guess I'm mistaking you for somebody else, somebody who gave a damn, somebody more like myself.
I'm getting chills right now. I love the direction this song is moving. I feel the emotional intensity brewing and building. Specifically, what I like about this section is Jewel's vocals getting a little bit more present in the mix. She's getting a tad bit louder from moment to moment. And additionally, if you hear the piano melody, the note choice is impeccable. I love the way that movement supports where Jewel is going with her vocals.
Somebody else, somebody who gave a damn, somebody more like myself. These foolish games are tearing me, you're tearing me, you're tearing me apart. And your thoughtless words are breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart.
Oh my god, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. A ballad through and through. Are there covers of this song out there?
You took your coat off and stood in the rain. You're always crazy like
Dude, the tears were starting to swell in my eyes right at the end there. I feel like a lot of what was brewing inside me emotionally on this final track kind of was getting to that point of no return. If it was probably a minute and a half longer, I think the tears would fully start streaming. But man, oh man, I feel like we just got better and better with each track. And no shade to the first song. I love the emotional place that we ended here with Foolish Games. This is a song in terms of chord progression that is right up my alley, sung so beautifully. I love all of the supporting instrumentation, especially the strings and the piano. Those two elements alone did so much for this track. And I do want to give a special shout out to the bass and the way that this particular instrument was placed in all three of these tracks today. At no point was the bass the overwhelming low frequency like we know it to be. The role that it served in each song was actually different from moment to moment. The first song, it was more textural. The bass felt a little bit further in the distance, allowing the vocals and the simplicity of the acoustic arrangement to really shine through. In the second song, the bass was far more present. It was a little bit louder, but almost uniquely felt more percussive than anything. And that's not something you would necessarily expect to hear about a bass, but truly, you can literally hear the strings being played, the finger like doing the plucking. That is percussion. That is percussion through and through. Like another example would be like, imagine taking an acoustic guitar and you start like tapping on the bass. You start thumping the base of your palm, or like rapping each of your knuckles on it, or your fingers are going crazy. Like, you can do all of that stuff and thereby make the string instrument into a percussive one. And there are like great guitarists out there like Marcin. He's a Polish guitar player who he has he has crazy skill. I don't want to spoil it for you if you don't know him, but definitely go check him out. And then in the final song, Foolish Games, this bass played an even more subtle role and kind of filled out the depth of this arrangement in a way that no other instrument probably could, while still retaining the overall ballad feel. I just think the bass deserves a special shout out, and really all of the melodies in these songs today. I had no complaints, but I will say that Foolish Games was my favorite song, and really the only complaint is that it should have been longer. Please let me know what your thoughts are on Jewel in the comments down below. But I hope you enjoyed my reaction to her today. If you'd like to request more Jewel yourself, you can do so by clicking the first link in the description box below. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.